Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7:15. We'll get started. Appreciate the members of the committee here. I see Representative Hightower's here. Nice to see a bird dog won Best in Show. Even if it was from California. So, this is the University System Higher Ed Appropriations Subcommittee. This is our final meeting before the 2017 budget. I think you all have your tracking sheets. I'll go through these, and just as we move through it, any questions that you have, just go ahead and hit your light there, and we'll talk through them. First change from the original document that's been requested. As you know, our chairman of the committee has a great deal of work that he does each year on the Ag Experiment Cooperative Extension. If it's 4113, this is providing, and heard from a lot of you, providing funds for a ruminant nutritionist at $168,000 and a row crop physiologist at $168,000. Second change is on 41.3.3. This also is in cooperative. This is actually in cooperative extension. This provides funds for a viticulturist at $168,000, a grain crop agronomist at $168,000, and a vegetable pathologist at $168,000. 41.3.4. This increases the funds for personnel for the extension agents. You know that we had a great success with that last year, where I think we put funds for 4 in and we ended up with 12. These funds should get us, according to the estimates, about 20 extension agents because you get the county matching funds and that type of thing. So this, Chairman Smith, I think you have a personal interest in those and have some knowledge of that particular program. 41.5.2, this is a small ad for the travel and operations in the forestry extension, $30,000. 41.13.2, this actually came over from Chairman Parrish's subcommittee. This is providing the funds in the obstetrics OBGYN physicians in the underserved areas. This is $200,000. They said that this more particularly belongs in our subcommittee. I'm not particularly up to date on that. If you have any questions, I'm going to defer those to Chairman Parrish. Now, let me back up. I missed one change in marine resources. 41.12.2, provide funds for personal services and operations. This is the marine resource. This is a economic development project down on the coast. It's revitalizing, or actually recreating, an industry that used to be one of the bigger industries on the coast, is the oyster industry. We've had a federal grant for several years to begin to revitalize that industry, and that's running out, and they asked for that, and the other scientists, they're getting a lot of traction on that, and supposedly Georgia oysters are some of the best in the world. It's always nice to compete with Florida in anything. 41.14.2, this is an increase in the funds for the public library materials to 35 cents per capita. As you know, I've never been the biggest fan in the last few years, and this committee has seen fit to place more funds in MR&R for libraries. That way we can spread it across all the systems rather than the actual brick and mortar structures. I think this goes along with what we're doing. We're putting $3.735 million into this program, and each and every library will benefit. It can be used for materials, for technology, for the things that truly the way that libraries are moving forward. So this is a significant add, and we'll see what the Senate does with respect to bricks and mortar, but and we'll wait to see the bond package when it comes from leadership, but with respect any particular library structures will be involved. 41.15.6, this increases the funds for the Georgia Youth Science and Technology Center at $125,000. This center trains 50 different districts for school teachers and in the STEM programs and that type of thing. It's housed at Kennesaw State. You'll see 41.16.3, this is the 3% for retired employees. This is across all budget units. That's the increase in the COLA, a one-time increase. 41.21.6, payments to Georgia Military College. Many of you have contacted me about this. I probably have 61 letters. General Caldwell did a great presentation. They had asked for almost $11 million. I think we'd all had discussions with them. We found $2 million to be able to help support them. actual cost of the program was $2.7 million on that ROTC. You heard the presentation with respect to the tutoring program and the success they've had with that. We were able to find $2 million to supplement that program, so that's what that change is. 44.1.1, this is moving into the student finance section. This is the engineering scholarship at Mercer. The House said yes. We just changed the purpose statement. There was some change in the language. On the HERO scholarship, 44.3.1, it says reduce funds based on projected expenditures for $100,000. That's not a reduction in the HERO scholarship. That's a reduction in the dollars needed for that program, and well, actually the demand, and those dollars have been moved over to the National Guard Service Cancelable loan program, again benefiting those who serve in our armed forces, but we just moved it over to that program. Let's see. On 44.9, this is the low interest loans. That was about $1 million that wasn't being utilized. Those were state dollars. We took that back and utilized it for other cash programs. You'll see down at 44.15.1, we created the $100,000 in serviceable cancelable loans for 5 large animal veterinarian slots. And then you see the Georgia National Guard, $100,000. That was a transfer out of the HERO. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it. Other than technical and adult education, you'll see some language in 46.2.6, encouraging the technical college to create third-party cooperative agreements with the vocational rehab. We had said yes to that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a summary of the very few changes we made at Green Door. I don't see any discussion. Chairman Rogers and Chairman Smith have moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Budget passes. Thank you very much. Thanks for getting here early. Another great 9-minute session.